Bungie has just released a new weekly update detailing some of the changes coming soon to Destiny 2, including new variable and customizable emblems and a change to their overall roadmap, including exclusive strike rewards. What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and if I sound a little bit different, I am recording with my mobile setup in Miami, right on the strip, so there's probably going to be some background noise, not going to lie, but I wanted to bring you guys the latest Destiny 2 news, because it was a pretty interesting overall weekly update, so let's just jump right into this. Firstly, currently, faction rallies are ongoing. Future War Cult is looking to get their first win, but of course, Future War Cult's prize weapon, if you've watched my video breaking down the prize weapons, you'll know it's not looking too good for Future War Cult. So, unfortunately, they have a pretty crappy prize weapon, and that's definitely not going to help them in this case. But, you know, good luck to whoever does win. Next up, Bungie once again referenced their development roadmap, which lays out all of the upcoming patches and what those patches will bring to Destiny 2. Now, what's interesting is that the development roadmap that they referenced in this weekly update is a slightly altered version than the one first made public. And here's the changes. So you can see the new one right here, and it actually is updated with February 21, 2018. So that date, being so recent, showcases the fact that they plan on updating this roadmap every once in a while. We see that there's some asterisks, and near the bottom we have these yellow points. These points have all been altered since we last saw the development roadmap. And keep in mind, a lot of these points are stretch goals. These are things that Bungie is going to try to introduce during these certain patches, but may have to delay them until a future patch. So we can see with the next arriving patch, patch 1.1.3, arriving on February 27th, which is very soon, titled Strikes and Social, the thing that changed was the Prestige Nightfall Challenge cards V1. We're going to talk a little bit about today. We did talk about that in a previous news video. Essentially, every Nightfall, starting on February 27th, you're going to have these specific unlockable challenge cards, these emblems that you're going to be able to display that you've completed a Prestige Nightfall. You can go into that emblem and actually have a challenge mode where you can have different modifiers that affect the Nightfall, and there's also going to be the Nightfalls completely updated with the new scoring system. So these challenges are going to add modifiers, they're going to add difficulty bonuses, etc. So that's going to be actually pretty neat. However, something that you'll notice did change is the Nightfall Strike unique rewards. That's over on March 27th. Now that was previously on the February 27th patch, but it has been delayed. This is actually really good news. And why it's good news is because when Bungie first unveiled the development roadmap, people read Nightfall Strike unique rewards and thought, oh my goodness, finally Strike exclusive loot is coming back to the game. And then a lot of people were very disappointed when Bungie seemingly unveiled these emblems as those Nightfall exclusive rewards. The fact that those are now separate indicates that there likely is much more substantial, likely Strike unique weapons and armor coming via Nightfalls on now the March 27th patch. That's a very good change. Really happy to see that, and that's kind of the main thing I want to draw your attention to. Now moving on from there, Bungie unveiled that emblems are changing in quite a big way. Here is an example of the quote-unquote new Crucible emblem, whereas previously it would just show your KAD. Now it's updated to showcase your overall Crucible kills and the amount of, your lifetime Crucible kills. Then it showcases the amount of hunters you've defeated. Then it showcases titans and warlocks. So it actually keeps track of how many of each class you're killing, which I think is pretty neat. And this is just an example of how emblems, this is more of a template of how emblems are changing going forward. Is that, no, it's not just going to show how many completions you've got or a baseline stat. It's going to go more in depth into your specific stats, maybe how many enemies you've killed, how many, specific enemy types you've killed, like the Vex, like the Cabal, etc. And hopefully even, for a strike emblem, how many times you completed that certain strike, and your best time even for that strike would be, I would think, something really cool to showcase. So I think this delve into these stats is a neat idea. It's something that You know, I'm sure a lot of people are watching this video going, yeah, I don't care about this at all. What I really want is these big gameplay changes, and I'm with you 100%. But if these can accompany big gameplay changes, I think these really cool emblems showcasing your stats are going to be a great thing for especially hardcore players. Now, accompanying this change in emblems, there's also going to be a change with auras. They're no longer going to be items in their own category. They're going to specifically accompany emblems. For example, this showcases the updated Prestige emblem, the Prestige Leviathan emblem, showcases how many times you've completed it, of course, on Prestige difficulty, and you can see that it applies an orange aura down at the bottom if you've completed it for that week. So if you want that aura, you put on that emblem, and if you meet that criteria, you will be able to display that aura. Frankly, I think that's a little bit more convenient, and also it means that hopefully Bungie can apply cooler, better auras to emblems in the future. Have even strike-specific emblems and stuff like that that get auras for, again, reaching that milestone, accomplishing a certain objective. But moving on from there, one of the most interesting things I would definitely say coming with this update to emblems is variable emblems. So this right here showcases the Crucible emblem that we kind of saw before and how you have these different variations. The one variation being shown off right here unlocks a new symbol for your emblem. In this case, it's the Lion's End emblem, which is unlocked after you defeat 1,000 Titans in the Crucible. Okay, that's actually quite neat. So this is just the Crucible example, but of course they could have raid stuff, and for the hardcore players that want to show off this stuff, unlocking different variations once you've cleared 5 prestige raids, 10, 20, 100, having really cool exclusive symbols that come with those super high-end goals have been something the hardcore players have been asking forever. Just little customizable things that let people know that you're really good at the game. Like, just those things are going to, I think, help the really hardcore, like Sherpas especially, raid Sherpas are going to love this. And Trials Sherpas, I assume, too, should also be able to reap the benefits of this change. So a lot of these emblem changes are coming with patch 1.1.3 again on February 27th. There's going to be Nightfall emblem variants that we already kind of saw, Crucible emblem variants that we saw, Destination emblem variants, which is really interesting. Perhaps like what you can do on Nessus, how many public events you've completed, where you've completed public events, how many lost sectors you've done. That will hopefully be rewardable symbols and stuff that will be for a certain destination, and that again is a really cool way to just spice up the game, let you show off your accomplishments. But the big change in this patch is definitely the Nightfall scoring and high score tracking, accompanied with the cards that go with them. And so guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found it informative, and was able to tolerate the background noise. Guys, if you want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.